Okay, so I got a request for the product rule and the quotient rule. So we're going to go over those really quick. So when you use the product rule is when you see that there's two functions that are being multiplied to each other. So let's say if I have a function, I don't know, x plus 1. And it's being multiplied by just x. Oh, heck, we'll just make it x squared. Okay, so you could split this up into two different functions. X squared times x plus 1. Okay? And what the formula is telling you, is that you take, when you split it up into two functions like this that are being multiplied, take the derivative of the first one, multiply it by the regular function of the second one, and then you add the regular first function and then times the derivative of the second one. So I'll do this really quick. So we know that the derivative of the first function, du dx, is equal to, well, the derivative of, oh, let me switch to red. I don't confuse the colors. And that means I have to erase that. La la la. There we go. Okay. So du dx is equal to 2x. And then we know the regular functions, and of course, and then dv dx is the other one we have to worry about. dv dx, which is just going to be the derivative of this one right here, which is just 1. So let's do this derivative really quick, or sorry, the product rule really quick. So you have the derivative of the first one, so du dx is just 2x, times the actual function, the second one, which was x plus 1, plus the original function, the first, which is x squared, times the derivative of the second, so dv dx, which is just 1. And that's it. That is the product rule. We're pretty much done. So you got 2x times x plus 1 plus, well, x squared times 1 is just x squared. Okay? So that's the product rule. Let's try a few more. Okay? So let's see, A right here. You can see that there's, I mean, I don't know, it looks obvious to me. There's two different functions here being multiplied. And so let's highlight them. This is the first function. And here's the second function. Now, if you remember our talk about the chain rule, you'll notice the second function, when we take the derivative of it, we're going to have to use the chain rule. Okay, but this isn't a difficulty, especially if you've learned the chain rule. Okay, so let's start out. Derivative of the first, so if I call this first function u, du dx, here I'll make it red, just to keep with the scheme. So du dx is the derivative of the first one, which is, if that's x to the 1/2, it would be 1/2 times x to the negative 1/2, which is just 1/2 square root of x. Okay? The derivative of the second function, blue. Okay? So dv dx. Remember, it's just going to be, imagine like this is just a variable, 2x plus 1 is just a variable, so then it's going to be 3 times what's in the parentheses, 2x plus 1 raised to the second power, and then times the derivative of what's inside of the parentheses, which is just 2. So that's the same thing. 2 times 3 is 6. 2x plus 1 squared. Okay, so we have du dx, we have dv dx. We're ready to put it together in the product rule. Okay, so, oops. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, dy dx is equal to the derivative of the first, which we found out to be 1 over 2 square root of x, times the regular second equation, or sorry, second function, which was 2x plus 1 to the third power, plus the original first equation, square root of x, not equation, function, times the derivative of the second, which was 6 times 2x plus 1 squared. Okay, that is the product rule. Okay, so B, if we were going to do B now. So, let's draw a line here. You'll see that there are two functions being multiplied to each other. Let's go through and highlight them. X squared times this in parentheses, x squared minus 2x raised to the fourth power. You might recognize that's the chain rule again. Okay? So let's start with the first one. You know, du dx is going to be equal to, take the derivative of the first, which is 2x, and that's it. Now let's do the other one. dv dx. Remember, this is going to be the chain rule again. So we're taking the derivative of what's outside here first, so it's going to be 4 times x squared minus 2x raised to the third power times the derivative of what's inside, x squared minus 2x. So it's going to be times 2x minus 2. Make sure you put those parentheses there, because otherwise, you know, your order of operations is going to be messed up. So that's it. Now all we have to do is slap this thing back into the product rule. You have dy dx equals derivative of the first function, 2x, times the regular second function, which was x squared minus 2x to the fourth, plus the regular first function, x squared, times the derivative of the second one, which we found down here to be 4 times x squared minus 2x raised to the third times 2x minus 2. And we're done. That's it. That's all you got to do. Okay, so that is the product rule. And in a little bit I'm going to post up the quotient rule. So